and welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Mr. Wes Cook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
I know, coming to you on a Thursday.
Yeah, get it on Thursday. Why not?
I like it on a Thursday. I like it. Man, where you want to start this show at, man? There was just a lot of craziness over the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a little bit of everything happening right now, so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have the NBA playoffs, of course, where the Knicks sweep. And, I mean, they're just putting on a show right now.
I don't even feel like Cleveland even tried. I feel like they tried in game one. They were like, man, we worked really hard and we lost in double overtime. I just don't think we got any more in us. And they weren't even close after that.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it looked like. They all booked their flights to Cancun and, like, let's get there as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. And they did.
Well, they made it 4. I mean, the Cavs team did not look like the Cavs team from the previous rounds.
No. I did look at James Harden's stats in the game 4.
Trash.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he only had like 9 points, but had like 6 or 7 turnovers.
I mean, it's James Harden in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is what we've come to know and find and see.
That's James Harden in the closeout.
Yeah, I mean, but as good as the Knicks have been, I still don't see them winning. Yeah, it's going to be OKC or the Spurs. That's a 3-2 series right now. Game 6 is tonight at 8:30. Everything around it is kind of about the flopping that OKC does.
It's bad, isn't it?
It's bad. Because, I bet against OKC. And then when you see these calls that you're getting, you're like, oh, man.
And we talk about it all the time. And SGA is a great player. He's a great player. Even without the foul baiting, he would still be great.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I don't know why you're...
I think his average would come down some.
Yeah, but who needs to average 30 points a game? I mean, 24 is good.
Well, at the same time, when you average 30, but you're getting 12 of it from the stripe, 14
exactly.
from the stripe on ridiculous foul calls.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an SGA guy, and I just...
It's hard to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, the game in general really is just a difficult watch. And I'm not saying anything. Spurs do their amount of flopping too. Like, it's perfectly fine. This is how the game is right now.
Yeah.
Until the NBA decides to address it or do anything about it, we're going to get this.
Yeah, this is what it is for the moment. I get it. But for me, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, it's weird.
I try. I give it goes just because I'm a basketball guy. It pains me to see. As a purist, I feel like I am of basketball. I don't feel like the NBA game is pure anymore. And it hasn't been for a long, long time.
No, I mean, it's kind of... You look at, like, the James Harden growth, from being on that OKC team and then just becoming the all-star that he is. It kind of starts there. Really look at the flopping.
Yeah, the flopping.
Like that, it becomes more prominent because I don't feel like I saw a lot of that in LeBron James early in his career.
No.
That just is where the game has kind of adapted to a certain point, and now it's just so...
Well, between the flopping and the offensive player being able to pretty much push off.
Oh, the forearm push has got to go.
Like, that's a foul every time. You're pushing off every time.
Right.
It used to be an extension.
Right.
That the extension got to the call. They don't even call that anymore.
No. And it's a clear push off. And they talk about guys creating space and stuff like that. They're not creating space. They're fouling their way into open space.
Yeah.
And it's not creating it.
It's
because
it's taking it.
It's taking it, exactly.
The defensive guys are definitely in the disadvantage right now because the NBA offense. That's all they want. That's why you got teams chucking 83s a game. And I get it. If you have that night where you hit 25 of them, all right, cool. You're probably going to win that game. But at the same time, it's how many did you have to take to hit that 25?
Yeah, I mean, when you see, I mean, there's been teams that shooting 63s in a game. That's unheard of.
Mm-hmm. And it happens all the time now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All the time.
Yeah, even if I mean, what the league average of threes shot this year is like 43, something in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the most 3-pointers attempted in a game.
It's getting a little 37 is the league average, with teams making an average of 13 threes, which at an average of 36%.
All right, well, the Houston Rockets on January 16th of 2019 shot 70 3-pointers. And surprisingly, it's an overtime loss.
But how many did they make?
I don't know.
What was the clip they were hitting at? You know, like that's a
to stay in the game. It's the 3-pointers keeping you in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know, really back to it, and we talk about flopping and all this, but it's just you can see it kind of on full display in this OKC and Spurs series. And OKC, I mean, is just absolutely made an art of it almost.
Yeah,
I mean, to where they're kind of setting guys up to run through screens and things like it is just nuts.
Mm-hmm. The game I watched, it looked a lot of. We talked about it last week. A lot of ISO ball for me.
Yes,
it's somebody brings the ball down the court. They either hand it off or toss it to a guy, and that guy generally dribbles out the shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
Rarely makes the second pass. His best available shot is what he takes.
Yeah,
and I like the sets. I like watching a Denver or a Golden State where, they believe in ball movement. They believe in, hey, let's find the better shot. I mean, granted, they got Steph and, who
But you gotta find him open.
You got to find him open. I would like to see.
He has a lot of motion when he's on offense. He's not like posted up in the corner and we're just waiting on him.
No, he moves.
He's moving, and the ball's moving as he's moving. So it's all trying to create that space without the ball. And he's done that very well throughout his career. And that's the whole thing with Steve Kerr and his offense.
Yeah.
It has a lot of ball movement. And, all 5 players generally touch the ball in one offensive possession.
Yeah. I wonder how many miles Curry runs in an average game.
That's always an interesting stat when you watch a soccer game.
Yeah, because those guys
they'll have their stats and how many miles they'll run in a game. And you're like, wow.
Yeah, no. I get tired putting my steps in at work. But yeah, it's just crazy. The Rockets, by the way, I said they dropped the 73-pointer, attempted the 73-pointers.
Yeah.
They scored 142 points in that game, by the way, in a loss. They also had the second most 3-pointers in a game at 60 or attempts in a game, 68. Just insane.
That's insane.
The record. We'll just take the top 10 teams in attempts. All right. If you are 4-6 as far as the teams that have taken 60 plus 3-pointers or 61, I took just the first 10 games.
Yeah,
but they're 4-6. That's their winning record. That's their record in those games. Usually, the Rockets are the only oddball who won with their 68 attempts. Everybody else in the top 5, they're all L's. Just insane. I just think if you're shooting that many threes, you're losing anyway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, unless you're hitting at a very high clip, it's just going to be.
It is straight up win by the three, die by the three.
You see it with teams for ages, right? I mean, even before this was prominent, teams would do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be occasionally you get a team, we're just going to jack up much. But yeah, no, the series has been everything it's been built up to be. As far as the Spurs, OKC. Been fantastic. The stuff that I've watched. It's hard for me to watch it, but the stuff I watch, it's been good stuff.
Yeah, I think, I mean, yeah, like it's all going to come back down to OKC, who wins this OKC Spurs match, who's going to move on and go to the finals and ultimately win.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks.
That's what we think, anyway.
Yeah, I just think the Knicks are going to have a tough time with either one of these. The way they match up with them is going to be a lot more difficult for them.
Well, both teams are, Spurs and OKC are deep.
Yes, very deep. They can.
For an NBA roster deep.
Yeah, you're talking about your 6th, 7th, 8th men coming off the bench. They're giving you valuable minutes with, I mean, almost starter level quality at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll see how it goes. I personally still am rooting for the Spurs. I just am. I just can't. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong. It's just the style that OKC plays.
Fair.
That I can't get on board.
Whoever, I don't care who wins this matchup in the West. I just want whoever comes out of the West to win. Because fuck the Knicks.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, fuck New York. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want any team in New York to win shit.
No, never. Never.
Yeah.
Wait, separate Mets. I'll take them winning.
Nope.
But they can't even do that, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned with the Mets right now.
No, considering they're back to last place in the division and their third worst record in the National League. Yeah, I'm not really.
Yeah, but speaking of baseball, MLB's gone ahead and proposed the salary cap.
I like it.
Have you looked into it?
I have.
Yeah. Having a floor of $171 million.
Where that you have to spend?
You have to spend. Yep. And then it can't exceed $245.
I like it. I like it. That hurts. I mean, that hurts mine and your team because we are both well above that.
It'll be over the cap. The Dodgers are crazy over the cap.
Yeah.
I need to dig in a little bit more. I saw it earlier today and kind of got like a brief overview. My biggest concern is, do they have to include like Ohtani's entire?
That's the thing I need to know.
Does that go towards the cap, or is that deferred to later on down the line?
I don't know how that occurs.
Then does that come into the salary at that point? I think you're going to see, your top 5 teams are going to, the top 5 spenders at least, they're going to come in here and say, absolutely. So the owners of these teams are going to be like, no. And then you're going to have the bottom teams. They're going to be absolutely not.
Because they don't want to spend money.
They don't want to spend $170.
Yeah, because you got owners out there that are like, we're gonna put a product on the field. We're gonna spend the least amount of money, and we're just gonna collect.
We got to be kind of like what the Marlins, right? Yeah. What the Marlins always do. They try to build a franchise from the farm system and get all these guys on lower end contracts, and then win it, and then sell off all your talent, and hope to redo it again in 10 years.
Yeah,
it makes enough money that it's viable for them because they're getting the television deal money and things like that.
Well, they're talking about in the thing I was reading more into it. Let me get back over to it. But there's even talking about television deals and stuff too in it. Like find it in the actual thing. I saw something where they were talking about television deals where there's going to be no localized like television deals, like the Dodgers have. The Dodgers TV deal is crazier than anything else because they don't have to share any of that ad rep. That's where the stuff is coming in. They're talking about like essentially all TV rights are going to be rev share.
Right. Well, they're talking about 50-50. So you'll have a 50-50 split in the league revenue, but then also centralizing all that funding for local media revenue.
Yep.
And it'll be equally distributed.
Yep.
So regardless if you have more money coming in say, L.A., New York, Philadelphia markets.
All that is going to a rev share.
And I think owners are going to be against that because of, again, it's that local media for a New York or an LA or a Philadelphia is going to make more than Cincinnati.
I get that. I get that.
I think this thing's going to get shut down. Yeah, baseball has been so hard against the salary cap for so long, especially the players. You're gonna have a tough time getting them to agree. What they need to do, get rid of the deferred contracts, and then just put a floor of what needs to be spent.
Nah, I'm still hard on a cap.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I like them putting a floor in because I think there needs to be a floor. I think it's ridiculous. You got teams, owners out there making millions and millions and millions of dollars every year because they're fucking cheap.
Right, and not reinvesting it back into the product. And that's the thing. You do have teams that reinvest those earnings back into the product, and that's why, that brings more viewers, right? Like, God knows who wants to go watch Anaheim play right now.
Nobody.
I mean, would I love to see Mike Trout? Yeah, but I don't want to see Mike Trout hit a home run and
lose 10-1.
And lose 10-1. And granted, they won like 8-1 today, but it's surprising. But it's difficult, right? It's just.
I know you're going to have the top spenders are going to be like, no. And I see where your floor spenders are going to be, no.
Mm-hmm. But because you got a $446 million gap between the top spending team and the bottom spending.
Yes. But the top spending team has spent, what, $500 million?
Yeah. But that in turn means the bottom spending team
ain't spending shit.
Spending $64 million.
No, I think it should. And here's the thing is that the teams that aren't voting for the cap are all about trying to vote for that floor, though.
Oh, absolutely. I think the floor is a huge thing, right? The floor is a big thing. They're going to have to, like, you have 12 teams that would be under that floor right now. 12 teams would need to increase their payrolls to reach the minimum. And then 8 teams got to shed.
Yeah.
So there's 8 teams over $245 million.
Oh, yeah. We're one of them.
So you're talking about 20 teams right there.
They either got to pick up or come down. And I'm fine with the salary cap, even though my team is one of those teams that's like to spend money.
Well, you're talking about 20 votes right there. They're most likely against it.
Yeah. I personally think the MLB should just hardline it. No.
So just log out and lose all revenue.
Yeah.
It's bad for the sport because the last time baseball had a lockout, which was what, 94?
Yeah.
It killed the sport.
Took the steroid era to bring it back.
Yeah, it took the late 90s, early 2000s of essentially cheating players to bring it back.
It needs it. It's needed it for years.
But where you look at like where pitching is now in comparison to hitting, like pitching is like so much stronger now.
Oh yeah, it is.
That you're not going to get the home run balls to bring the fans back if you do lock out. So what is it about the sport that you're going to do to bring those fans back that you're ultimately going to lose? Because baseball is just now getting back to where it's climbing.
I think fans will be okay with it. I think it'll take time, but fans will be okay with it. And this comes from, I'm a Mets fan. I know we spend money like stupid too, and it's just
I
dumb.
think the majority of fans do want a salary cap.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it from a different perspective.
No, I get exactly where you're coming from.
I mean, is from like, especially like our teams that do spend money, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of owners on both sides of it. I just don't see any owners or players, for that matter, that are going to be fine with the salary cap.
The players know, because the players are getting paid more money than
anybody. Look at Ohtani. I mean, for instance, he's the highest paid player in baseball, and probably one of the highest paid in sports, all professional sports, if you really look at it.
Yeah, if you look at his total contract.
Yeah. So
yeah, but nobody can do what he can do. Nobody else can do what he can do.
No, I get it. I mean, he threw a no-no into the 6th or 7th the other day and hit a home run to lead off the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, like,
no one's doing that. No one else is doing that.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand, like, okay, you got a guy that if probably he focused on pitching could probably be your ace. Or at worst, a number 2 starter if he just focused on pitching. And then you got that same guy that, you know, can still hit 50 home runs.
Well, the Union apparently yesterday or the day before came out. They wanted higher CBT thresholds as well as a higher minimum salary, and they wanted to tax teams that spent less than $150 million on their payroll.
I get that.
So it didn't include a hard salary floor or cap.
No, he just wants a tax.
Mm-hmm.
Because the players want the money. But they're willing to split the revenue 50-50.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, having that higher minimum salary. I mean, honestly, that's going to get you closer anyway to that floor for a lot of these teams. You're automatically increasing. But at the same time, you've got teams that are not prepared for a salary cap of $245 million. I mean, as we said, 8 teams.
Figure it out.
No. Why? This is the way it's been. Now, do you want to say when's the next contract? Like, who has the longest contract that's out there?
Probably Ohtani.
Right. Let's say Ohtani's is what, 10 years, I think? Was it a 10-year deal?
Yeah, it was a 10-year.
So is his the last expiring contract in the league?
I don't know how that works. I don't know how I don't know how his contract is legal in any sense of the word.
Right.
Like I don't get it. That's been one of the things. And his contract alone is my biggest reason for the salary cap. His and his alone. Because they're straight up, they're cheating the system.
Well, yes, I understand.
I think the deferred stuff needs to count towards the current payroll. I mean, his only counts $2 million or something like that to their cap at the moment. $2 million.
Right, when it should count
70.
Yeah, 70, 80, I think.
Something stupid like that.
Nuts, yeah.
I'm all for more. I'm all for more balance. I mean, let's look at it from a different sport perspective. Let's say the NFL had no salary cap. How much more money do you think Dallas would spend than any other team?
I mean, when you look at it from that perspective, because this is the only professional sport that does not have a salary cap.
I get it. You're right.
Well, in the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, you can spit out your ass in European football or, football worldwide, right?
Yeah.
So this whole salary cap thing is all based in the United States.
I get it. I understand what you're saying, but I
understand what you're saying. Like, yes, you have people that are going to spend as much money as they possibly can to see their team win.
Yep.
But, I mean, the structure is there now for teams to do that in baseball. And it doesn't, I mean, it still breeds.
It's the same, it's the same 7, 8 teams competing for the top end guys every year. Every year. And you got all teams that are below that threshold. You know, the Miamis, the Pittsburghs, the Cincinnatis.
Let's see, your 8 team or 10. What did I say? 12 teams. 12 teams that are below whatever the proposed cap is. The A's, Rockies, Cardinals, Guardians, White Sox, Pirates, Twins, Brewers, Rays, Marlins, Nationals, and Reds.
And every one of those teams have been notorious cheapos.
I mean, the Brewers and Rays have been competitive. The Reds are on a come up right now.
Well, all of those teams built farm systems.
Exactly. And the Cardinals are usually, for the most part, a stable club that has been around for, competitive for years.
Yeah.
It's a little lower now than it has been in a while, right? I get that. But now you look at the other high payroll teams. You got the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets, the Blue Jays, Phillies, Red Sox, Braves, and Padres. Now, granted, you look at it, generally playoff teams, right?
Yeah.
Or competing for...
Our teams competing for playoff spots.
Right, for playoff spots. And, that's perfectly fine with that. You're going to get that because, a lot of times you're still going to out-talent another team.
You can. You can out-talent teams, and then you also have teams like my Mets that are paying $9 trillion and is sitting in last place.
Yeah.
It just irks me. The whole cap. I've wanted a cap in baseball for years. It's not just a now thing. I wanted it before Ohtani. I wanted it 10 years ago. I think the cap would be good for baseball. The only people the cap is not good for are the actual current baseball players. That would be the only ones it wouldn't be good for.
Well, in future, right? Because you're talking about like Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens isn't going to get the money he eventually probably will earn from one of these teams.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the price you pay for business. I'm down for the cap. I want the cap.
I
need these teams. I need some of these teams just to struggle.
This is the first time a salary cap has been proposed
in 30
since 94.
Yeah.
So over 30 years. And the reason it is
what the Dodgers
is the Dodgers. The Dodgers have done this to the system.
Yep. And they have manipulated the local TV rights and the deferred payment process, which I don't think. I think
that's going to be wiped out.
I think that goes away too.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing that's going to be on the docket. And they're going to be like, okay, fine, because players won't care, right? They'll be like, all right, fine, pay me all up front.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
saying.
A
lot of those players who do the deferred, they were okay with that too because that gets paid in interest.
Well, yes, sure, but that's not even going to be an argumentative point when they get down to the table, right? They're not going to care about that.
No,
that much. The salary cap. This is going to be a huge thing because all baseball players since the end of time have argued against it any time it's been brought up.
Of course they have.
Yeah, and I get that. But I guess my biggest concern with it is how you implement the salary cap going forward. You have teams that are constructed as the top 8 paying teams. You're going to tell them they got to come down from their spending limit? I don't think you can do that. Now, maybe I think what you could do is you could say, whoever the top spender is this year right now, this is our cap. And then we're going to gradually bring it down to get closer over years. So then you're not fire selling a bunch of players or you're not cutting a lot of the guys that you don't want to necessarily cut.
I get that. But they're talking about, potentially, with the 50-50 split, as revenues increase, that's still more money that are going to go to the players.
Well, yeah, of course. It's the same thing as you see the salary cap in football grow, salary cap in basketball grows. That'll be the same here. I just think you start in the reverse and you start where your salary cap is and then work its way down. If you want to do it, so you don't need to penalize teams that have overspent And I use that in quotations because that's not what the proposed cap is. But you've got to come up with a plan that says, hey, we'll work in this direction first and come down, and then we'll gradually go up as that we get closer to these numbers here that we were proposing now.
Yeah, but I got to imagine. I understand that, again, our teams are some of the teams, but we don't like what the Dodgers are doing. I know the Mets are sitting there looking at the Dodgers payroll and being like, that's a bullshit payroll.
Well, that's it. I think every team, 31 out of 32 teams hate the Dodgers because the Dodgers are the only one that's going to like themselves.
Yeah, and they're the only ones doing what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And then they were smart enough to attempt it first, and then now the league is like, no.
And there's nothing wrong with attempting it and doing it once. But now you've done it over and over and over. And now this is what you've built your almost.
What is their actual payroll?
Like, what salaries are they paying out this year?
Yeah, what is, like, if we look at their actual salary?
I mean, if you look at, like, just for the season, it says the Dodgers are at $300 million.
Okay,
but that's allocated. It says the Mets have $334 million allocated for the year, but I think this is what they're paying in salaries for the year, which means we're not including $60 million that's going to Ohtani, another $25 million that's going to Tucker, and
the Dodgers currently they owe over $1.6 billion in deferred contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
$1.6 billion.
Right.
That's insane.
Now that's the total worth of the contract, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just this year they owe $1.6 billion. So what we want is more of a breakdown of what is.
Let me rephrase that. 1.6 is what they owe. They approximately valued at 1.08 billion is actually classified as deferred future payouts. But the total guaranteed salary obligation, including deferrals, surpasses $2 billion. I mean, like Ohtani's was $680, payable from 2034 to 2043. Mookie Blaylock's was $115 million, payable at 2033 to 2044.
Mm-hmm.
Look at their contract; they're all that way. Blake Snell, payable 35 to 46. Freddie Freeman's is from 28 to 2040. Like, all their contracts are deferred,
which is funny,
except for Kyle Tucker.
Like, if you want to just look at, I'm just looking at some other stuff, and if you want to look at what's on the books, right? St. Louis, Minnesota, Chicago White Sox, and Miami. Guess how much money they have actually owed on the books in 2030?
How much they have owed in 2030? Probably nothing.
Nothing. Not a dime. That means they don't have a player under contract
past 2030.
That's nuts.
And the Dodgers have $2 billion or 1.6 billion in deferred stuff.
Well, that doesn't even include that. This is just what their cap would be at 2030 with the current players that they have. And the Dodgers would be at 120 million. If you just went straight to 2030, no player moves, no trades, no new signings, blah blah blah, whatever. The Phillies would have the highest payroll $151 million. Just that's because you have Bryce Harper forever, Trey Turner's there forever, Kyle Schwarber signed a 5-year deal. So you're talking about those 3 contracts alone.
Yeah.
Sanchez is locked in. I think Nola still has a good amount of time left on his. So you're talking about what you've invested. Oh, Luzardo just signed a huge deal this offseason too. So you're talking about like 5 or 6 key players that are going to be locked in for till 2030 because of the recent contracts and extensions. That's another thing you don't see with the Dodgers. They're not extending. They're going out in free agency and spending this money.
Yeah.
Right?
They're deferring it all out.
And then they defer it too. So what would be a real number for the Dodgers this year if they had no deferred contracts?
Oh, it'd be fucking stupid. Their highest payout periods will be in 2038 and 2039 as far as just deferred money. Those 2 years in deferred money, they will be averaging over $102 million per year during that span.
The Dodgers, without deferred contracts, the Dodgers' payroll this year would be $419 million.
Without deferred contracts.
Without deferred. So if they eliminate deferred, that doesn't include the luxury tax, which is going to be hit. You would be hit with too. But 419. I think the biggest spender this year is at $325 million, and that's the Mets.
Yeah, it's 70 of that is freaking Juan Soto.
Well, yeah, but look at it. Look at this. Look at it. That's $100 million more in just 1 year. 1 year in salary.
Oh, I know.
You know how many how many teams are under $100 million in payroll, and they've spent $100 million more than the second highest payroll just without that. Yeah. That's absurd.
I mean, it's just I don't know. I've always been okay with the cap. I like it. I'm fine with it in basketball. I like how you can manipulate it. You can work around it. There's ways. You just got to figure out how to manage a cap.
Look at Howie Roseman. He doesn't football so well.
No, he does it great.
I get it.
I mean, it can be done. You just got to figure it out.
I'm not totally against it. I just don't want my team to suffer immediately from imposing a salary cap.
Right? Oh, there it is. There's the truth.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm only coming from like the player and owner perspective when we're having this argument or discussion, not argument.
I get it.
But when I'm coming from that. If you're asking me, I don't mind a salary cap in baseball. I'm not worried about leveling the field or whatever. You put the right people in the right spots, you're going to be able to manage a cap and handle this.
Yeah, you can do it.
But here's the biggest thing is I don't want, and I mean, I'm even including the Dodgers. When I say you set your cap up here and you work its way down to get it closer, then that's perfectly fine. But the people that have gone out and spent the money, you don't need to punish them immediately.
I get not punishing immediately. I get that.
I do think what you do, though, is you do force whatever deferred contract is into that salary.
Yeah, I don't think you should be. I don't like when you have half your team is deferred.
Exactly. So these deferred contracts need to be put into that cap, into what your payroll is for the year.
Yeah.
And at that point, then you work your way down. And I'm not saying our cap needs to be $419 million to start off with. I think you got to come down lower than that because you're $100 million more. But if we went to 325 and then tried to get it down to that 275 or 245 mark, whatever it was,
245.
If we want to work our way back that way,
I think the 245 is just a starting number.
Of course it is.
They're
going to come in and it's going to be 300.
It's a super low.
Yeah.
Because you got to think it's only $70 million above the floor.
Well, yeah.
So it's going to come in super light.
It's going to probably be about $150 million difference when it's all said and done. You're going to say $150 mil and $300 mil. And then they're going to do this, right? They'll get closer and closer and closer eventually. Because that floor, I mean, I do appreciate the floor.
Yeah, the floor, you and I have talked about this before. The floor has to happen. There's no reason that Miami should do what they do.
I mean, and when you have the floor in place, and I mean, that's kind of what works in football, and baseball, or basketball, and other sports is when you have that floor, that means the lesser, like the middle of the range guys, are going to get paid more. You saw it when they implemented the floor in the NBA. You saw a guy like Wesley Matthews make an unruly amount of money.
Nick Batum, when he signed with
Charlotte. Yeah, those contracts were outrageous. He's like, what are you doing?
Why you signing it? Because we got to spend the money.
We got to spend money. I got to get to a floor.
All right. Well, I'm fine. That's the floor thing. You're going to get guys paid.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, your upper echelon is already going to get paid.
Right. They're still going to make that money. Now it's just, you're probably seeing the most a guy's ever going to make is now.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come down.
It'll come down a little bit.
Which is, I mean, it's also a good thing for the sport in general because now you're not getting too out of control with these contracts. You're like, I get it, Ohtani may be worth the money, but at the same time, you're not going to see a Soto deal again.
Yeah.
Right?
Which I was fine with that anyway. I thought that was way too much money.
Of course.
Way too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
that's what baseball players don't want because they see that as rising. It's constantly rising. That means the next contract's going to beat out the next one. That one's going to beat out the next one.
Well, you
know what? You're going to be able to do that because it's going to be like football and a quarterback.
Well, here's what changes baseball. Here's where the cap can't work. Okay, and I think they can put it anywhere and it'll be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Is the reason you have these big giant contracts is because they're 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
It'll shrink the market as far as your contract. You won't see those big, crazy long contracts anymore. You'll see 3 to 5 year deals. Occasionally, you might see a 6-year deal, but you'll never see those big. The Ohtani contract, as far as just
the
length and money, you won't see those contracts.
The same thing like Bryce Harper's is forever. I think it was 13 years.
Yeah, you won't see those big deals anymore. Which I don't know why a player, like, I know you want your guarantee money, but baseball money's guaranteed anyway.
Right. They're not. They're not even talking about getting rid of the 100% guarantee.
Yeah, they're not even talking about that.
They're not going and changing your contracts up into that, but it does. Future earners are not going to get the same type of contract.
No, the potential to make the money is still there, but you would just make it in shorter terms. Like, Bryce Harper's still going to make plenty of money. It just won't. Like I say, you just won't see those long-term deals anymore. You'll see. It'll be 5 years, $250. And stuff along that. You'll see.
I understand.
You'll see more NFL length type contracts and stuff.
Well, of course.
And then you'll see the lower end guys get a little more money.
Yeah.
Because the minimum's going to come up anyway, regardless. If you have a floor.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I've never been a fan of those big. I don't understand those 10, 12-year contracts. I don't get it because me personally, I want to get to free agency as many times as I can while I'm in my prime.
I get it from a player's perspective, though, because then you want to kind of submit yourself and be where you're going to be. Do you want to uproot, like if you want to start a family as a player, do you want to uproot your family every 3 to 4 years and restart everything you've built?
Well, it's not always about moving. I'm just saying that, like,
you gotta move.
You don't have to. Your team can re-sign you. It's not, hey, you have to hit them. You have to move.
Well, I mean, that's another thing with these big, long deals. You always see them just get renegotiated at some point.
Yeah.
Based on performance. Like, let's say Soto sucks this year or next year. They're going to be like, hey, help us. right?
But no player really wants to ever do that.
No, they don't want to, but I mean,
that's why you don't give players those kind of deals.
But the other way is there's also the opposite end of this spectrum. And let's say, they go out and they perform for the next 2 years and their value's higher. They're going to basically be forced to be traded, or they're going to say, hey, give me a new deal.
Yeah.
Restructure my deal. And then that's where all that negotiation that happens in football now.
Well, that's why I don't understand the long contract. I
think it's just gives you that sense of security.
I get it on the player side, but on the team side, I don't get it either. Because
you want this guy, he's putting butts in the seats.
I get the ticket sale, but it's the whole. You see it at the end of every one of these guys' careers. The last 4 years, they're sucking ass, and they're still paying them $50 million.
I mean, Alex Rodriguez is a prime example.
How they had to get clean.
You gotta get clean. Don't have the power I used to.
I mean, that's what happened to A-Rod.
Oh yeah.
No one wants to say anything about it, but that's exactly
what
happened.
I'll say it. I've been saying it. I knew he was there.
And I'm sorry, dude. Anybody that went through the Rangers organization in the late 90s, early 2000s is a juicer.
I mean, Canseco got ahead. Started the whole thing.
Well, I mean, he told everybody, that guy.
He was supplying half the guys that were in the book.
Yeah, well, they kind of the league kind of blackballed him. And once they blackballed him, he was like, all right, well, I'll tell you everything.
Well, yeah. I don't know why you go blackball the guy that's going
to
knows
out everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the guy you blackball. You let him just suck somewhere.
Yeah, be like, all right, do you have to play, or are you cool just riding the bench for this cheese?
Can you survive just DH?
Yeah.
Can you survive?
You gotta stay in the American League, but
can you survive?
I mean, at that time, now he'd be free to roam.
Yeah, he'd go anywhere.
Yeah, but
it's like, they blackballed him so hard.
Hey, nobody been blackballed harder than Pete Rose.
No.
That man didn't even cheat the game.
No, but if he would have just said, yes, I bet on baseball first.
Yeah, instead of driving it out so long. I agree.
But he'd have just said, yes, I did it. There's a good chance he probably doesn't get banned.
Maybe.
He probably loses his job as a manager.
Well, that's definitely gone.
That's definitely. But I don't think he gets banned. I think if he just comes out, yes, I did this, this, and this.
Yeah. I mean, really, because, he modified his story to where he's like, I just never bet against my own team. And it was like, well, that means you were betting on baseball. You have a little bit of insider knowledge and you're betting on it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is, outside of Vegas, where was it legal to bet? He's bet with bookies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing illegal gambling.
Yeah, he was definitely illegal.
Rose just got this.
Yeah, he got shafted. Because really, when you go back and look at it, like, you see all these guys get caught gambling now, and they get a year suspension.
Yep.
From whatever sport it may be. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Speaking of gambling, what do you think about Sorsby from Texas Tech?
No?
He signed that big NIL deal to go to Texas Tech.
Who was it?
Sorsby, the quarterback.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You heard of that? He came out and admitted that he's placed hundreds of bets.
Yeah?
Yeah. So he is now...
college football?
He is now... No, he didn't ever say football. But he is ineligible to play next year as of this moment. That they're talking that some team may give up, wanting no, because he was a potential first-round draft pick next year.
Right, yeah.
And so now they're talking about in this year's supplemental draft, if he can't play, where would a team, what kind of pick would you give up for a guy like that?
I just don't know.
If you're a team like
It's stupid of him to come out and say he's betting.
I think he got caught.
Oh, okay.
He got caught, and so he had to come out, and he went ahead and just admitted everything.
Okay.
Instead of trying to BS it. Because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, once you get caught gambling, all they got to do is I've got to imagine the NCAA, NBA, NFL, any of those organizations can reach out to those gambling sites or companies and say, hey, we know this guy's betting. We need to know. We don't care what he's betting or how much. We need to know how many bets he's placing. On what?
Honestly, the only concern I have for any current active player that is betting
On your sport.
Just don't bet on your team to lose.
Yeah, I don't think players should be able to make prop bets.
You shouldn't be able, well, yeah, absolutely not. But yeah, I mean, I think you just can't bet on your team in general in any capacity. And you can't bet on the team that you're playing against either, right? So like if you eliminate your game, I have no problem with this guy betting on the Kentucky Louisville football game if he wants to, or Carolina and Duke basketball.
Yeah, I don't care.
Even though he might have a little bit of insider information, it's not enough that's going to dictate the game itself. Like I don't see where the issue is.
I get that to some extent. I'd be fine if they'd be like, look, just don't bet on your own sport. I don't care.
Right. I mean, for real, you could eliminate that, right? He's a college football player. Let him bet on NFL football.
Yes, I don't care about that. Yeah, that I don't care.
And really, when you break it down, that's probably the easiest and cleanest way to do it, so no one's guessing, right? Because, like, as a college football player, you might know a kid that goes to, let's say, Georgia.
Yeah.
And Georgia's like, we're going to be without our starting quarterback this week. He's not on the injury report, but... Then he's like, oh, let me do this.
Yeah.
And, so, like, when you get that kind of info, I can see that as being insider trading almost.
Yeah.
So, I get eliminate the sport that they participate.
I'm 100% good with that.
Yeah.
That way, that eliminates anything from that particular sport.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I mean, I like betting. I like to gamble just as much as the next day.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's got to be some kind of line, right? Yeah, I just think it's funny that it's all the NBA guys that's getting busted out.
Yeah, well,
it's
and the older heads too.
It took Otani trainer.
No, his translator.
Translator to clean up baseball.
Yeah, sure. We know Otani's like fucking get it.
Dude, there ain't no damn way. I'm sorry. Me and you are buddies. We're friends. But if you're just my translator, you ain't getting zero access to my money.
No.
Like none. You get none.
Right.
None. I will learn enough English to where I can deal with my own fucking.
We all know the translator was not the culprit, right?
Oh, we all know.
Okay, just making sure.
No, I am 100. I'm just saying, put 2 and 2 together. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of people that probably not. They don't. Nobody buys this bullshit.
Oh, baseball didn't buy it. Baseball knows, but baseball knows that's my cash cow.
Oh yeah,
that's my.
Rid of Otani. No.
That is my Oriental cash cow.
Yeah, no, this is selling tickets over there. People buying MLB.TV and everything overseas because of this guy.
That's it.
I mean, he is the market of Japan right now. Now, granted, there's a lot of other guys there and stuff, but yeah.
Well, they talk about a lot of. It's rumored that the Jordan stepping away to play baseball was like an unwritten suspension.
Exactly. Hey kid, you gotta.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go do something.
We'll make you look great.
We'll keep your legacy tight. You just go over here for a little bit.
I would have never suspended him. I just be like, stop.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. They didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure they said stop. But he was like, "Fuck you! I'm Michael Jordan. I'm going to bet on whatever the hell I want to."
And so he's just like, you know what? I'm going to go play baseball for 2 years. You'll call me when you need me back.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. It's like, you got to quit betting or we're going to suspend you. You know, he's like, fuck y'all. I'm going to keep betting and I'm going to go play baseball.
And I'm gonna win a lot of money probably gambling.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna buy me an NBA franchise.
You know what goes good with gambling? Good feels. Yeah. The cannabis seltzer from getgoodfeels.com offers a new era of refreshment. Crafted with high-quality natural ingredients, these beverages provide a consistent, enjoyable, uplifting experience perfect for any occasion. Plus, you get to save with our discount code, JABOTHEPOD, at checkout. Just throw it in the promo code box. Save yourself on those good feels.
Yeah. Man, we dug into some baseball. We ain't having good.
Speaking of baseball, the Cubs just broke their 10-game losing streak.
Did they?
Started off as one of the hottest teams in baseball. I think for like almost the entirety of April, we're one of the best teams in baseball, and just hit this fucking awful 10-game losing streak.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
I mean, we were there too, buddy.
It has happened to the best of us.
I think they're the third team to have a 10-game plus losing streak this year.
Yeah. It's us two and them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, good old Chicago Cubs for you.
You just keep expanding it. You know what? I'll take their 1-9 and their last 10 if I could just be over 500.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet you would love to be right there.
I would.
So you would trade places with Chicago. That's what you're essentially saying.
I would. At least I'd have a winning record.
I'm trying to lead you into a fucking read.
I know you are. Fuck Chicago. I know where you're going with it. You're going with BigForkBrand.com.
Yes, sir.
Big Fork Brand creates bacon sausage, paleo, pork jerky, Chicago-style dog sauces, and craft meat sticks like no one else. Known for their bold flavors and clean ingredients and small batch craftsmanship. Big Fork has been featured on Food and Wine, the Chicago Tribune, QVC. At BigForkBrand.com, put in our promo code JABOTHEPOD in the promo box and receive 20% off all purchases.
Need some more pork jerky.
Oh, man. Need some more of these sticks.
Yes.
That's what we need. That is what we need, sir. But yes, I would trade. I would take the Cubs record right now.
I get it. I really do.
That's hurts me. Hurts me to have a high payroll and sit in last place.
Yeah. Well, Tampa Bay Rays and the I said Rays. I almost said, like, in my mind, I was going to say Braves, but then the Atlanta Braves also are the two best teams in baseball. Braves do have 3 more wins than the Rays, and the Rays are on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, they are. Dude, the whole NL or AL East is teetering right now.
They are.
In their last 10.
Yeah, all 6-4, 5-5. I will say you've got the Angels, who at this time last week were the worst team in baseball, now up to 6-4 in their last 10, and are no longer the lone worst team in baseball. Actually, the Rockies have regained it. My bad.
Yeah.
They have a minus 77 run differential.
Oh, yes, they do. I'm looking at the run differential stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you take playoff teams out of it. That's division winners right now. If you look in the American League, look at the run differential in the wild card standing. It's hilarious.
Oh, I mean, the majority of teams in American League,
yes,
are have a negative run difference.
Yeah, but it's the fact the Yankees are sitting in first place in the wild card race. I know we're talking wild card way early. They have a plus 89.
Yeah.
The White Sox, who are in second place in the wild card, which is really weird to say, they're dead even, no run differential whatsoever, and then everybody else is negative, which is just hilarious to me. Because you got so that would put 4 teams?
Well,
in the American League would run differential? 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive.
4. That's it. And then you go to Pittsburgh, who is last in their division, 2 games above 500. And they're plus 28, a half a game back of the Reds, who are minus 26. Insane. One thing the Pirates couldn't do last year was run. But it's just, I just thought it was.
I mean, there's still 2 games over 500.
Right.
So
in last place.
Well, the NL Central is top to bottom. I guess you would say probably the best. 5.5 games separate the entire division.
Yeah.
And then you look at the East, and the Braves are up on the Phillies, who are second
by 8 games. Yeah. We are a lowly 14 games back.
Yeah, so 14 games separate the NL East, 16.5 separate the NL West.
That's because the Rockies are always bad.
Well, yeah. Especially these last few, and they're on a 5-game skid. Yeah, it's just not looking good.
2-8 in the last 10. Terrible. And then the damn Dodgers. Need another earthquake.
An earthquake?
Yeah. Shake up the Dodgers a little bit. Get out of here.
Let them break off.
Yeah. Just break off at San Andreas. Pretty crazy. Oh, man. The hockey playoffs got looked very much like the NBA playoffs. With Vegas just dumping Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, Colorado were the favorites to win the Stanley Cup coming in and swept off their feet.
Yeah.
First round. That's really, honestly, that's not what I expected. Vegas dominated from start to finish in this series. I mean, it was
not even ever really close.
No.
I mean, Vegas just kind of beat them up every game.
Every game, yeah. They just, I don't know what took place in the previous 2 series. I mean, to win 1 game or to lose 1 game in the first 2 series and then just get swept, it's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Then you look at the Eastern side. Carolina's doing what you've come to expect them to do. They lost the first one and have won 3 straight.
Yeah, they're coming. They're hopefully they'll close this thing out.
Yeah, tomorrow night at 8, Hurricanes look to close it out in Raleigh.
It will be in Raleigh.
Yeah, so that's another thing against Montreal in this series. Montreal looked great early on. I think that, like I said last week, I thought that was just Carolina shaking off a little rust from having to wait on that Sabres-Canadiens series to kind of wrap up.
Yeah, they cleaned it up early on Wednesday last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah, it was 4-0, right?
Yeah, went 4-0. Had 3. It was 3-0 at the end of the first.
Mm-hmm.
You do that to a team, it's pretty
on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Hurricanes. I think watching all 4 games against the Flyers, they look like the best. I've watched them more than probably any other team that remains. I watched a couple of the Golden Knights and Avalanche matchups.
Yeah.
Golden Knights look good too. I'll just be interested to see how well they match up with the Hurricanes. Hurricanes they look like a team of destiny.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I'll talk to you about some hurricane stuff later.
Okay, good. Hopefully it's.
Yeah, there's a possibility of some good stuff.
Does it involve beer? Yeah, because speaking of beer, you can discover the Harpoon Shop, your ultimate destination for the finest apparel, glassware, and souvenirs from Harpoon Brewery, directly from the source. Elevate your style with their exclusive collection of branded clothing, perfect for showcasing your love for craft beer. Enjoy your favorite brews in their premium glassware, designed to enhance every sip. Commemorate your brewery experience with unique souvenirs that captures the spirit of Harpoon. Their products are crafted with the same passion and quality as their beers, ensuring you receive nothing but the best. Shop Harpoon Shop today and bring a piece of the brewery home with you. Cheers to great taste and unforgettable memories.
I like it.
Yeah, save using Jabba the Pod at checkout in the promo code box and get you some stuff from the Harpoon Shop.
I like it, sir.
Yes, sir.
I like it a lot. Man. Glad that my work week is over.
It is?
Yeah.
You're lucky. Got one more. Another day to go.
I'm just stoked. Just stoked.
Yeah, we could fast forward tomorrow, to be honest with you. That would be great. Been doing this fasting thing has been ruthless on my body. I'm drained.
That sounds terrible.
It is terrible.
I like
drinking water.
fasting.
All I got.
Fasting would prevent me from eating chicken, so I'm out.
Yeah, no chicken.
No chicken. That'd be awful for me.
Wouldn't it? I'd want to tap out. No chicken?
Chicken, bro.
Yeah.
I've been doing good with the chicken. I've been trying to stay away from the fried a little more.
I had Bojangles last weekend for the first time forever. Oh, man.
It was good, wasn't it?
It is so damn good. There's nothing.
Little 2-piece.
I had the chicken sandwich.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. The Bosch chicken sandwich. Put some honey mustard on that thing. Oh. Love that thing, man. It is good.
You didn't get to one of those bow dogs?
No. Yeah, no. The chicken chicken tender in
a chicken tender in a bun.
In a bun, yeah.
That looks...
Now they have like chicken sliders, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't try those instead, but yeah, it's basically the same thing, just in a big sandwich instead of little tiny ones.
Well, that's like when I go to Chick-fil-A, I don't ever get like the little mini snacker biscuits because I'm like, it's 4 biscuits with 1 chicken nugget on it a piece.
Yeah, I know. I was like, no,
just give me a biscuit.
Just give me the biscuit.
Give me the biscuit.
Yeah, give me the whole damn thing. Let's go.
Oh, we're talking food now. I'm hungry.
I've been hungry.
Man, that's the way it is. It's our life.
Yeah.
Our life.
Getting inching closer to World Cup. By saying that, the Premier League is over season. Glad to say Tottenham fought and will stay up in the Premier League. So I'm very happy with that.
They did good. No relegation.
No relegation here. Thank the Lord. Especially in a year that damn Arsenal wins the league, it's like you can't get relegated the same year they win the league.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, put up a goal late in the first half on Sunday, and
do they relegate every year?
Yeah, the bottom 3 teams get here.
Ooh.
And then the top 3 teams from the championship get moved up. So if we had a viable system, I mean, really, your salary cap you can't have a salary cap because if you did, there's only going to be so many teams that can participate in the professional sports. But if we had a viable system that would allow for, teams to move up and down like this, it would be very cool to see in a basketball or football nature.
Yeah.
But you also look at it as soccer doesn't have a playoff format. Right? It's whoever wins the league. You don't clinch playoff spots or anything like that. Yeah. Now, they have plenty of tournaments that they play throughout this season, too, right?
Yeah.
So, there's you have the FA Cup, the Champions League, Carabao Cup, and different things like that. And other ways that you can win trophies. But the league and the Champions League are your 2 top.
Gotcha. The NBA did Board of Governors did approve the new lottery
Expanded
stuff.
lottery stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I'm okay with it. I don't understand why the loser of the 7-8 gets a shot at a lottery pick.
Because they're essentially not in the playoffs. I don't know.
Sorry, dude. If you finish 8th in the conference, you don't get a shot in the lottery. I don't care. That's your stupid play-in that you came up with. That's dumb.
Yeah, I think you should just eliminate that, and the team that is the 9th seed, regardless if they get in the playoffs or not, still is participating in the lottery. That's just an incentive.
Yeah, if
at that point,
you are not one of your top 8 seeds, you're in the lottery. That's how that works. I don't like the fact that a team like that is going to finish over 500 has a shot.
They don't always finish over 500, but yeah, I know what
I mean, look at the East this year.
Just make the whole thing a lottery. Just call it a day.
Make the whole thing a lottery.
Every team has a chance.
Let the Lakers get the first pick 7 years in a row.
That's what would happen. I just feel like the lottery's already fixed.
Oh, it is 100%. That you cannot tell me last year was not fixed.
All right, well, yeah.
Cannot tell me.
Well, I mean, even look at like when Cleveland got LeBron. Cleveland happens to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah. Well, look at LeBron leaving,
mm-hmm.
and then Cleveland magically got the number 1 pick that year too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think it's all rigged anyway. What's the point?
Yeah. What you do is you just throw 30 ping pong balls in.
Mm-hmm.
Throw 30 of them in.
Yep, throw 30 of them in. And whatever happens, happens.
Yep. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Be fine with that. The Hornets would still get shit on.
Right.
They get shit on every year.
They've never had the number 1 overall pick.
Not since.
They've never had it, I don't think.
I thought they had it when they had Larry Johnson.
I thought he was 2.
Was he 2?
Right.
I thought he was the first pick. I thought that was the only time they had it. But you could be right. Could be 100%.
Yeah.
Also here.
When you talk about that, and you get some merchandise for the draft and, the upcoming NFL season, World Cup, wherever, from Old Glory. Old Glory offers over 300,000 items for music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture fans, featuring officially licensed merch from iconic bands and top sports teams. You can discover your perfect fan gear and save using our discount code, JABOTHEPOD at checkout. Put in that promo code box, lock in some new gear, and get ready for the season. Get ready for the World Cup. Football is not that far away.
Larry Johnson was the first overall pick.
He was? Okay.
But I believe that's the only time Charlotte's ever had.
Yeah.
And they've
for
had
as bad as they've been for so long.
And it's
Yeah.
You're talking about a team that the process never worked for?
No, it was never Charlotte.
Never.
Yep.
Never. I mean, and they've had years where it's like, I mean, think about it. They were the second pick the year that in the Wemby draft.
Yep, exactly.
They were second in the Anthony Davis year. It's always like second.
Yeah,
it's like,
they can't get the one.
Yeah.
Can't get the known.
And then when they get second or third picks, they make crazy ones like
stuff you shouldn't have been doing anyway.
Like the year they drafted Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Mm-hmm.
Super athletic.
Yeah, great defender, but offensively, I mean, not polished at all.
Not polished, and I know they say, well, you can work on jump. There's some guys, that player has to want it.
Right.
He didn't want it. He wanted to out athlete.
Yeah, everybody. I think he was just a pure athletic freak.
Yeah.
And that unfortunately is just not.
It did not work well for him.
No.
Not at all. Can't shoot. Couldn't shoot. And you got to be able to shoot a little.
Oh, yeah. No,
in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot a little.
Especially today's NBA and how the game was already kind of evolving.
Mm-hmm. You have to be able to shoot a little bit.
Like, if you had that same draft today, I don't think Anthony Davis is your one. I don't think Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is your two.
What draft is that?
That is 2012 draft. Yeah, that'd be the 2012.
Look at that draft. Let's see. Anthony Davis was your number 1 pick. Mike Kidd-Gilchrist was 2. Bradley Beal was number 3 in that pick in that draft.
And you can say Beal definitely turned out better than Kidd-Gilchrist did.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
100%.
We had Deion Waiters went 4. Damian Lillard. Went 6 in this draft.
Yeah.
I mean, if you completely redrafted it, I mean, let's not take anything away from Anthony Davis because, I mean, he's been great the early part of his career, and then injuries kind of really hurt him. But you also got to keep in mind like what they did in college at this level and everything too. I mean,
yeah, but if you look at this draft, like in all honesty,
in the bottom of that first round is
it's not great.
Yeah,
I mean it's not. I mean that was a following.
Draymond Green was a 2nd round pick.
Yeah, that year. I mean, that's the year Kendall Marshall came out, John Henson came out,
Chris Middleton,
Tyler Zeller came out,
2nd round pick.
Yeah, there's guys that were probably in the 2nd round that would have been if you redraft or 1st round.
Oh, absolutely, there are. Yeah, I mean, your 1st rounders, guys that should have been. Jay Crowder probably should have been 1st round.
Yeah.
Draymond Green, Chris Middleton. Go down the list, I don't think much of them.
I remember that guy, Festus Ezeli.
Yeah, Ezeli.
You just look at some of these guys, you're like, dude, I remember you playing. I remember you in college.
Festus.
Remember Popeye Jones?
Popeye Jones, that's a random one.
Weird looking cat, dude.
Yeah, Festus Ezeli played for that. Was part of the that Vandy run they had. That was talented with Kevin Stallings.
Yep.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, I think, if this was your draft class today, Damian Lillard goes.
Yeah, there's a very good chance.
I think you take the best point guard available. Bradley Beal's up there, I think.
Is Andre Drummond the 9th pick in this draft in today's game?
Ooh, no, it's low. Much lower. Yeah.
Is Austin Rivers the 10th pick?
Probably. Just because you're looking at look at this draft class though. And then you gotta look at what they were coming out of college. Like I still think MKG is a top 10 pick.
His athletic ability and defense was good.
And like you said, like someone's like, we're gonna coach him into shooting something, being able to shoot in some capacity.
His shot was ugly too.
Yeah, Anthony Davis is still a top 5 pick because he could take that outside jumper, and you want a big guy like that.
Bill's probably still a top 5.
Yeah,
it might actually go Beal then Lillard.
Based upon what you saw in college, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's kind of where this draft class would probably fall somewhere. But then you're looking at guys like Draymond that show up probably in the lottery, I would say.
Yeah, if you look in the back end, like
do you remember wanting a Jared Sullinger over a Draymond Green?
I thought Jared Sullinger was awful. I thought he was too high of a pick at 21.
Yeah.
Back then. Fab Mello. Miles Plumlee.
You remember Royce White from Iowa State?
Yeah.
Wasn't he the dude that was afraid to be on a plane?
I think he was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. We could do that all day. We just need to save all that energy for.
I'm telling you, we can go back and look. We can definitely do that. Go back and just compare draft classes.
Yeah,
Say,
absolutely.
would this draft class still be this way now?
In today's game, yeah. Like, where would you float them? Man, we came up with an idea for a later pod.
We did. We sure did, sir.
I think we've wrapped everything up we can today.
I'm in for wrapping it up. I mean, my weekend starts.
Yeah, man, you get on it, and I'll suffer through tomorrow till I can eat again.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of my dinner later.
Don't do that.
Just gonna be the stuff you cooked last week.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, still at the same time, like,
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I would.
Trying not to look at food right now. You can send it tomorrow. I'll be like, okay, nice. Did you enjoy it? Good. I appreciate it.
I'll definitely let you know whether I enjoyed it or not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But I always appreciate good cooking.
Well, yeah, man, I got you. Yeah.
You know that.
All right, man. Well, until next week then, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Yep.